Hello, Clara. Hello, Houman. Welcome to GTC. We have some questions to ask with you today. My first question is for Clara. So, Clara, what's the biggest hurdle to GPU ROI?
That's a good question, Johann. I would say the biggest hurdle would probably be unutilized capacity. Capacity sitting idle, GPUs not creating revenue. It's not just a missed revenue opportunity, it's actually an active loss. So with the software stack sitting on top of your hardware, you can essentially ensure that this residual capacity in between contracts, that it's utilized, that it's working for the owners. So this ensures that you can do on-demand contracts, you can do spot contracts, making sure that all of your capacity is actively taking up its role in providing value for the end user and revenue for the owners.
Okay. Houman, in your side, why does it normally take years to get a GPU cluster profitable?
We've seen it takes 12 months, 18 months, 24 months, and a lot of it's because there's just complexity at every layer as folks try to put their assets to use. And a lot of it even comes to human capital and human resources. Training and availability of those assets is not as easy as it seems. But by working together, we can find whole stack implementations that are easy to implement so that people can put their investment infrastructure to work quickly.
Okay, so in this way, how Nokia boosts Gcore?
Our job is to give the lossless foundation to Gcore to make sure the network is invisible, reliable, so that Gcore can focus on empowering the workloads, right, for customers.
Okay, Clara, same question. So how Gcore boosts Nokia?
So the Gcore Nokia partnership, I'd like to refer back to Jensen's 5-layer cake that the often refers to. So with the Nokia's networking, with the Nokia fabric, we can bake that into our complete offering with the software layer sitting on top, allowing end users to easily monetize, monitor, and access this state-of-the-art infrastructure with our software layer sitting on top.
Okay, Houman, what can a telco do with Gcore and Nokia that they can't do with a hyperscaler?
I think there's really 2-3 things that come to mind for all of the telecom providers. One is sovereignty, but real sovereignty, right? Being able to protect assets, information within the boundaries that are constructive and productive. That's super important, okay? The second is control, but again, absolute real control and visibility over the assets you've deployed, the infrastructure, and being able to put it to work for the whole range of users within a given footprint. And the third is that telecom service providers have a unique opportunity with the pervasive networks they have that provide capillaries for AI. So in other words, the edge presents a huge opportunity for telecom service providers. And that's somewhat unique compared to, let's say, more capabilities that are more core and more centralized. So those 3 things come to mind first.
Okay. So talking about sovereignty, Clara, why is everyone talking about sovereignty at GTC?
So I think right now, the geopolitical climate and even before companies, public enterprises, governments, they're interested in ensuring that they know where their data is processed, where it's managed, and honestly, they're moving more towards on-prem deployments. So with Nokia's expertise, with Gcore's expertise, what we can do is we can deploy on-prem for these clients. We can make sure that they have their data exactly where they would like it to be. And we can also ensure that, a lot of these public enterprises, they don't necessarily have the expertise, the engineering expertise to manage these clusters. So that's where we come in and we say, okay, you don't have to spend the next 3 years developing a cloud stack. You don't have to have this supreme engineering team to manage this capacity. You can put our software layer on top of this with Nokia's reliable networking fabric and with Gcore's software layer on top and Gcore's engineering expertise that we've spent years developing. You can have full access and control to this hardware. You can monitor the hardware. You can easily deploy in a few clicks. And if you're an enterprise that's trying to monetize, you have all of the billing software already baked into this cake as well. So we are truly enabling public enterprises to have sovereign and full control over their data, over their hardware.
Okay, so my final question is for both of you. What's the biggest surprise of GTC so far?
Please.
Well, honestly, I'm really enjoying seeing this kind of return to gaming. So I remember on a personal level, I remember when I got my first 1080, where NVIDIA got its start. That was a very exciting time in my life. And so watching the keynote speech, it was great to see these new releases, having AI go back to gaming. And even more so with Gcore, we started as a content delivery network. I mean, we're still part of our core business, even though we're way far past that at this point. We're able to bake our AI knowledge and infrastructure into our content delivery network expertise. And this allows users and gaming companies to have the end user have access to AI processing at the POP that's closest to them. So this really enables what's absolutely necessary in gaming, and that is low latency processing. So we allow access to these GPUs at the closest possible POP, low latency to support gaming. And I love that NVIDIA's roots are really coming back. So that's what I'm enjoying at this GTC.
Thank you, Clara. Houman,
Oh.
outside.
No, I'll follow along similar lines. Every time you think something is fast, you see faster. Every time you think something is big, it's bigger. And then personally, from my vantage point and Nokia's vantage point as network specialists, I'll follow Clara's lead, right? When you look at, for example, gaming or other applications where Twitch matters, where the experience of thousands of people and the value they place in a product actually depends on the network and its performance. It's inspiring to see that now people are going to have to grow these data center assets from AI factories and put them not necessarily where they want them, but where they can get the space and power, which then brings it back to a network infrastructure that has to make all of this look like and operate like one cohesive infrastructure that's easy to run. So I find it's going faster, but it's taking us each back to our own roots in its own way.
Okay. Thank you. Thank you, Clara. Thank you, Houman. I think we have a good GTC, so enjoy it, and we stay tuned for the next.
Thank you.
Thank you.